Today, NBC Sports is coming to you from the rolling hills of central Indiana. Assembly Hall, Bloomington, Indiana, the home of the Hoosiers. It is sold out as we have a matchup of two of the best college teams in America. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Don Crickey. Glad you could be with us as the Tar Heels of North Carolina go against the Hoosiers of Indiana. Both these teams have won national championships 3 times in the past, and they're both considered leading contenders to challenge for national honors again when it's all decided next March in Indianapolis. They both count heavily on freshmen. For more on that and on the game, we'll go to our broadcast partners, Billy Packer and Al McGuire.
Thanks a lot, Don. Al, it's going to be quite a ball game today. The crowd's going to have to get into it. Great games have great players in North Carolina. Of course, with Michael Corn and Al Woods as two of the best players in the United States. We would have seen a great player in Woodson, but Woodson's not going to be able to play today. Either is Randy Whitman, so Indiana certainly is going to be shortchanged there. The crowd's going to have to pick them up. And talking about freshman players, Indiana's going to start 3 of them today. One, of course, the great Isiah Thomas, and we're going to see a great freshman in James Worthy. We've got a forward who's probably one of the best forwards in the country as far as freshmen, and a great freshman guard.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Indiana University welcomes you to the Assembly Hall and to Bloomington, home of the 1979 Holiday Bowl champions. This past summer, ladies and gentlemen, the United States men's basketball team won the gold medal in the Pan American Games, coached by Indiana's Bob Knight. Today, the team's 2 co-captains are with us. From North Carolina, it's number 31, Michael O'Corn, and from Indiana, number 42, Mike Woodson. Here are your starting lineups for today's game. First, the Tar Heels of North Carolina. Starting at forward, number 31, a 6'8 senior from Jersey City, New Jersey, Michael O'Corn. And at forward, a 6'8 freshman, number 52 from Gastonia, North Carolina, James Worthy. The center, a senior, 6'11", number 42 from Kohler, Wisconsin, Jeff Wolf. At one guard, number 30, a 6'6 and 1/2 inch junior from Gray, Georgia, Al Wood. And the other guard, hailing from Marion, Indiana, a 6'2 senior, number 20, Dave Polscott. And the Tar Heels head coach, ladies and gentlemen, Dean Smith. And now for the Hoosiers of Indiana. Starting at one forward today, number 41, a 6'5 senior from Middletown, Ohio, co-captain Butch Carter. And at the other forward, a 6'8 freshman from Washington, Indiana, number 54, Steve Bushy. At center, a 6'9 junior from Anderson, Indiana, number 45, Ray Colbert. One guard, a 6'1 freshman from Chicago, Illinois, number 11, Isiah Thomas. And the other guard for Indiana, a 6'3 freshman from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, number 20, James Thomas. The head coach for the Hoosiers, ladies and gentlemen, Bob Knight.
Indiana coming to the game with a 5-1 record, having been beaten by only Kentucky. And the Hoosiers without 2 of their better players. Mike Woodson, soon to be the number 1 scorer all-time in Big Ten history. He's out with a back injury. So is backcourt starter Randy Whitman. It's captain back. Butch Carter comes up with the ball for Indiana. He goes to Isiah Thomas. This is that quick lightning guard from Chicago who leads the Hoosiers over to another freshman, Steve Bushy. He knocks down the first shot of the game. So the Hoosiers come out cooking. Scott, senior for Carolina's against Isiah Thomas. Here's Bucci trying to bank it up, and O'Korn, who always seems to have good position. An All-American out of Hudson Catholic High School out in New Jersey. Brings the ball down court, goes to James Worthy. Indiana hawking the ball, and they get it out to O'Korn. Watch him play. He does everything right. That didn't that time, though. Lost it entirely.
Great play by Jim Thomas, and here's that penetration.
Super play. Unbelievable move for a freshman. He's rated as the best guard in the country. I think many feel that Kentucky's good, too.
This is an excellent penetration right here by Isiah Thomas. He's going to use the left hand. He's going up against a man 6'11", still gets the shot off. Great play inside.
Isaiah's the youngest of 10 children.
I think one of the key things that we're seeing out here is that Indiana and North Carolina play so much the same on defense that Indiana's really going against themselves when they come down the court. They just throw over to the weak side all the time and find a man wide open.
Well, Bobby Knight doesn't do too many things. He likes to do them right. Where Dean has multiple things, multiple offenses and multiple defenses.
North Carolina in the lead 6-5. At 43 to 15, 43 to play in the first half. Butch Carter with a basketball for Indiana. Over to a freshman, Thomas. We've got two freshmen named Thomas. Here's Isiah going to the basket. Off glass.
North Carolina in their jump and run defense right now, double teaming the ball, but when you have a guy like Isiah Thomas who can penetrate so well, of course he takes advantage whenever there's somebody double teaming in another area.
If Isiah can get through the first layer of the zone, he'll destroy North Carolina if he gets inside. It's like having a submarine inside a fleet.
They talk about him, Al, as being another Ford, possibly. You think that's right?
Some read that.
He's the same cut of cloth.
Here he comes, Isiah Thomas. Lip cracking on the break. Leads to Butch Carter, and Indiana starts to get it going now. They move on to a 9-6 lead.
Outstanding pass.
He saw that play develop when he crossed half court and just threw it at the right time.
Bobby Knight calls Isiah Thomas the best player he's ever recruited. They've had some great ones here in Indiana. 23-20 is the score. North Carolina is in the lead. 7 minutes left to play in the first half. Yanniker, the big man outside, brings Thomas away from the basket. Braddock, a freshman guard from Chattanooga, goes to the basket, and Yanniker does a good job getting the ball, gets it back to Braddock.
Oh,
ball there.
I want to say something, Billy. I think he moved his knee, so let's catch the replay by Harry Coyle.
Okay, we'll see the action right here. There's one foul there.
All right, now watch
There's
his knee.
another foul. There's another foul.
He's taking knee steps.
Tough to play on the road. Both these teams are annually two of the best teams in the country in field goal percentage and two of the best in keeping the opposition's field goal percentage way down. In fact, North Carolina's the best in the last 10 years on the average in field goal percentage shooting.
Yeah, 52%. They never shot below it.
They score an awful lot of that high percentage shots, of course, off their defense. They play that pressure defense and make a lot of steals, get layups.
That's what Dean Smith says again. The defense gives a good shooting percentage because they set up the layup.
Offensive goaltending.
Well, we got two men down right here, Thomas and Tolbert. You see Kinney going in. Really no place to go. There he hits Tolbert and Thomas. Shot doesn't go, and there's the ball on the rim. Good call. Butko touched it while it was up there.
You saying I made a good call, Billy?
Yeah, you made a good call, Al. And so did the ref.
Bobby Knight out there now checking his players out is the only coach in major college basketball to have played on an NCAA championship team. He did that at Ohio State in 1960. And to have coached an NCAA championship team, which of course he did here at Indiana in 76.
I also think he's the only coach that prefers to go to practice rather than the game. If he had his choice, he'd rather get his team ready in practice.
Well, he's hot right now, too, and he's really working over the officials, thinking he had a chance to get on.
We got the sixth man going, which is the crowd. Whoa, wow.
Oh, no, that's a foul. Game kind of getting away a little bit.
There's a lot of meat out there.
Well, this is a great pass. Thomas set this up beautifully with a lob. Tolbert catches it in excellent position. We'll see him right here. He gets hit. Actually gets the legs knocked out from him. It should have been a foul inside.
Yannicker's 212 pounds, 6'11".
And two bad calls on both ends of the floor there.
Called a travel on Tolbert. So Carolina has the ball. Elwood is rejected by Tolbert. Lucy tips the ball to Isiah Thomas. Searching out the open man down court. He puts a move on Colescott. Beautiful. Now he downloaded. Butch Carter.
Wow, that's one of the best plays that we watched this year. Unbelievable.
Great.
That's turned brings the crowd on. Dean should call a timeout, maybe.
Good jump.
He's off his feet quickly.
Isiah Thomas to the basket and hard to the floor, and a whistle stops play with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Pete Butko was like a
he
tidal wave then.
He
Coming
can
at
really
Isiah.
penetrate. He's got such good legs on him. Watch him come down through the middle. We'll see Butko going up with him here. Butko, good shot blocker.
Yeah, look at that.
Is he on it? He's got the ball. He hit him a little bit with the body.
That's about 1.5 above the rim.
So Isiah Thomas averaging just under 12 points a game as a freshman, and a good free throw shooter, as you see, goes to the line.
Stay here.
Bonus in effect. Both clubs over the limit now.
Gotta love this kid. He can really play.
The one problem he has as a freshman, he gets airborne sometimes. He picks up charges.
Butler's going way up to get it. Now Eisenberger in the game for Indiana. Gets it over to Dunlop. Here's a steal by O'Korn at 6'8". He leads the break.
He'll go all the way.
And he is rejected by Colbert again. Here comes Isiah Thomas on the left flank.
Oh,
he tried it, thought for it himself.
I say you tried to dunk it on the guy. The guy's 6'11". Oh, what courage.
Great block by Colbert at the other end.
Watch him
Bats
come
it
down.
away. Here he comes. Now you watch. He'll grab the rim on this one. There's Butko waiting on him. Here he goes. And there's the grab on the rim. It's supposed to be called a technical foul and hasn't been called so far twice today.
He's 6'1", but he's not short. Great pictures. Our producer, Roy Hammerman, our director, Harry Coyle, as we have 1:49 left to play in the first half. And now the Hoosiers can bring it to within 2 if Thomas hits the second free throw, which he does. It's a 2-point game.
Excellent comeback after that timeout. Bobby Knight called it so wisely.
And enters the crowd. Here's the crowd now. Here's Isiah. Hi.
And they've got a good press on. They could get another one.
Oh, very rarely does Bobby Knight put a press on. The wheels are turning in their heads. Both coaches there.
Mike Woodson, the leading scorer, a 20-point-a-game scorer for Indiana, out with a back injury, and a starting guard, Randy Whitman, also out with a foot injury. So the Hoosiers are short-handed, but they're playing tough, and here's Isiah Thomas going to the basket.
Oh, what? The call Al Worthy for stepping in, Billy. I mean, James Worthy.
You see Thomas took off at the top of the key. I didn't understand where O'Korn was going on the play down at the other end of the floor. He had to go right through the teeth of the defense. And here you see Isiah Thomas, who, watching him play here, Don and Al, he likes to go all the way. Once he comes across half court and sees that there's room, he's going to take it in there. And I would imagine in the Big Ten, a lot of people are going to be sitting waiting on him.
Well, that's right. I said earlier that he gets airborne too soon, but I think he'll correct that with age and maturity.
Talking to Mike O'Korn, a lot of people wonder about his name. His mother was born in Italy. His father, who passed away a few years ago, was Yugoslavian. They shortened the name. O'Korn says, I'm Italian and Yugoslavian. Everybody thinks I'm Irish.
Yeah, everybody wants to be Irish. Even Billy. They know they're going to get back in the game. They go out and they catch a blow, and they come back in full of vinegar. I don't know what that means.
Back into the zone defense again. Isiah Thomas just dissects the zone. He pulls the ball back out, looks for open areas.
He's a doctor.
We saw one last week in Bradshaw from DePaul. We're seeing another great point guard here today. There he goes.
Into Tolbert through the hoop. Alan Dilley, as you know, today we'll be picking a player to receive the Most Valuable Player of the Game Scholarship Award and a $1,000 check will be sent to that player's school as the recipient of the Gillette Most Valuable Player Scholarship Award. Right now we've got a lot of candidates as they're going right at it. Bushi goes hard to the basket. Rebound is tapped out. O'Korn knocks it back. And coming in with the ball is Isiah Thomas, who has one speed flat out.
He may have pulled a muscle here on this, though.
With grabbing at his hamstring.
Boy, this is some kind of play by him. He went the other end of the court and then realized the ball was still loose. You'll see him come out of nowhere, come back in here, make the steal, control the ball, almost make the shot. Some player.
40 miles an hour, he can turn on the dime.
We have 11:58 to play in the game. North Carolina has gone back in front by 5 at this point, 42-37. The Tar Heels led by Mike O'Korn with 13 points, and freshman James Worthy has 12. Indiana led by Isiah Thomas going to the free throw line, shooting for his 14th point. Another freshman, Steve Bushi, is next in scoring with 9.
They keep coming at you, North Carolina.
They got the people.
You talked about taking the man out of the game. I just saw during that timeout, Al Wood walked over. Dean Smith said, I'm ready to go back in. I'm glad on the other end of the court that didn't take place. Bobby said, I'll tell you when you're going in.
8:06 to play with Billy Packer and Al McGuire. This is Don Criqui. We're at Indiana University. The Hoosiers of Indiana trailing by 9. North Carolina with its biggest lead.
Oh, what a play. What a play.
Billy, that was a must basket. They had to get that basket there. They were down by 8 or 9 points. It was a breakout.
And the thing that was so great is the way he crossed over dribble, penetrated right through the 1-3-1 zone, dropped the ball inside.
They're up and yelling now in this spectacular architectural masterpiece for Assembly Hall. 17,005 are here.
Sorry, Don, that was close. I said, because it might have been Isiah Thomas's 5th foul. I think Isiah needs a blow.
You know, you see him stretching. It looks like his legs are starting to tie up on him a little bit. It may be just a habit that he has, but it looks like he's starting to get some cramps. He's been out there the whole time. Fresh people guarding him all the time. He's got the kind of legs that you like to see, though. He's kind of like Quinn Buckner. He'd go for it. He's grimacing, though, out there right now. He's tired or hurting.
Well, he's played in the fast lane the whole game, and he's been in there. I guess he played the whole first half, didn't he?
He's really hurting out there now.
Hamstrings look like they're tightening up on him. 14 points for Isiah Thomas, freshman. And he goes to the free throw line now, looking to get Indiana a little bit more back in this game. 51-44, Tar Heels in the lead.
The book on him was a great point guard, can penetrate through the middle, shake and bake and kick off.
NBC Sports World salutes the champions of '79. We'll review the many magic moments from the Farm Super Bowl, the Stargell Series, and more. Don't miss Sports Year 79, a salute to the champions. That's next over most of these NBC stations. But right now, we've got 6:31 left to go. A lot of basketball left, and North Carolina holding to a 51-46 lead will return after this. Now we have another first-year player in the game for Indiana. Isiah Thomas is in.
Look at that field goal shooting percentage. Both teams considerably under 50%, showing you what tough defense they're playing out here. There's the trap defense. Eisenbarger gets it inside. He got it made.
Oh,
good play. I'm really surprised that North Carolina keeps trying the trap because Isiah Thomas is so smart that he comes and either meets the ball or beats it on through, and it's almost given an easy basket every time today.
Bob, you going to hit him another timeout here to ice the guy up there? I don't know.
That's part of his fifth. He's going to be out of the game. Of course, he had to sit for a while. You know what's interesting, Al, and something I know that we've talked about before, the guys going to the foul line and just standing there. And there's a lot of commotion, of course. The officials take their time to get the game organized. And the foul shooter has been standing on the line in the same position for, 35, 40 seconds. Dean Smith called Colescott back over.
There you go. Surprisingly, Dave Colescott has hit only 2 for 5 for the year. Now, there's been enough confusion, and his mind should be blank, so he's in trouble taking this shot.
I don't understand what the delay is right here.
It's probably 3 officials, Billy.
Oh, I see what it is. A man fouled out. Bobby Knight has 1 minute to get in a new man to replace him, and he's using the whole minute just like it's a timeout.
Yeah.
Smart play on his part. He used the full minute.
I'm surprised he wouldn't come with a timeout now.
Well, look at him. He's kind of laughing right there because if you go ahead and go beyond that time, it's a technical foul this year for delay in the game. So Bobby used the full 60 seconds to get in the substitute. He's fouled out.
We said at the top of the show, Don, that this will be a coaching clinic. You should pay $25 every high school coach in the country to watch this game. Big shot, Dave.
Scott hits it after Carter fouled out, so with 30 seconds left, North Carolina takes a 3-point lead, and Colescott, a cool customer when the pressure's on, steps right up and drops another one. And that might put it on ice for the Tar Heels.
Still time, I think, with Isiah Thomas' ability to penetrate.
They're going to be going for it. Here's Thomas. Can't get it to go. Corn with a defensive board lead. Colescott up court to Elwood.
Here comes the dunk.
Ooh. Foul off the play, and with 18 seconds left to go, the Tar Heels think they've got it.
Well, that's all Eisenberger could do right there is go ahead and make sure he did not make that shot. He did that. Now Wood's going to go to the foul line.
Game's not over. There's 18 seconds left. If he misses one shot, Indiana's still in the game. But if he makes both shots, Indiana needs the ball 3 times. The game's over. That's all she wrote.
Special pressure on Colescott that last time, being from the state of Indiana, knowing how big it would be if you missed those shots to have to go back home.
Wood had some trouble shooting, you'll recall, in the first half. He's well below his point-per-game average of over 22 for the Tar Heels. He's got 15 today. And now with 18 seconds left, he has 16, and Indiana is down by 6.
Oh, another steal.
Well, he was Mr. Indiana in high school in the senior year, academically and athletically.
Dave Colescott. How about an MVP, guys? We'll go with the coaches here.
I'm going to go with the only guy that's played the full 40 minutes of the game, Isiah Thomas.
I'll go along with it.
I'll accept that. Okay. We make it unanimous then. Thomas was great, so were a lot of other people. So the $1,000 Gillette Scholarship goes to Indiana University as North Carolina wins a big game against an Indiana team that didn't give up despite being without a 20-point-a-game score in Mike Woodson. But they did a big job, and the Tar Heels win a big one.